Okay. I think I'm just always going to start with okay. That's going to be my thing. um, let's see here on the Furin honor mode run, and unfortunately we sold our shovel. Totally forgot about that. Um, we're gonna have to get a new shovel, but that doesn't impede us too bad right at the moment. Do you think I want to go get one? Need that invisibility for later. And this part went pretty poorly. Um, to be honest, this fight here did not go well. Um, these goblins almost got me, as I recall. All right, so why two gaming? Like I've already spent 45 minutes playing Baldur's Gate 3 today, which is a lot. Why am I going in again? Oh, I haven't roused Findle yet. It's really just this simple. Today has been an incredibly productive day so far. I've gotten a lot done. I still have to finish editing the audio files for Chapter 9 of my book. So I imagine I'll be getting back into that. But other than that, I've gotten a ton done today. So I wanted to get some forward progress on this playthrough. Ugh. So, and yes, mentioning the other stream, the Beckley stream. What is that? Aren't I already doing an honor mode run? And why am I so much further on that one? Some good questions that I just made up that I want to answer. So, while I was putting this run together, which usually what that looks like for me is I take a few minutes and I look at the subclasses in Baldur's Gate 3, and I think about what would be interesting to do in the game, right? Like I've already played through this game quite a lot, so I think the first question to answer is what is still interesting to do. I don't want to just keep doing the same thing. I think that's a ton of fun. Um, so like when I was thinking about this run, the thing that was interesting to me, let's see if he has a shovel. Do you have my shovel? No. You have a lot of money though, so I could get rid of some of this stuff. I think that's Kaga's note. I don't want to get rid of that. When I was thinking about this run, the thing that was interesting to me was that they had added the giant barbarian, the Path of Giants, or just giant, whatever you want to call it, to the game. Um, and the giant barbarian, based on my playtests, is really intended to throw things. Like that's kind of core to what the giant barbarian is all about. It's a throwing things build, and I already had a throwing things build that I developed. It's the one that I'm gonna do on Furin, which is the I call it the Eldritch Spartan. It's something that I did not make up. Somebody else made up. They made a video talking about it to share it, and I, took what they had shared and kind of expanded on it in my own way. Um, and I think it's a crazy powerful build. Um, okay, yeah, he has my shovel. Yeah, cost me way more to get it back than I earned from selling it, but that's just life. Um, So I rated the build um, before anybody had put a damage meter mod into the game. Damage meter doesn't mean anything right now because I'm not currently using the throwing build. I'm going to go collect the chest on the way to the Harpies because I wasn't able to do that. Anyway, I had rated it as like the highest damage build that I had ever thought of. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Like I said, I didn't have a damage meter to work with, so it was just kind of my assumption. It was based on my experiences playing this build, and I've played the Eldritch Spartan build, I think, 3 different times, and it's a load of fun. Like every time I play it, it's so much fun. I could be wrong on the amount, but let's say this is the 4th time. I think a build is pretty exceptional if it's fun enough that you could play it 4 times and still enjoy it. Like, I think that's saying something. And I think that this build is that fun. But is it the highest damage build that I've ever seen? Maybe. Baldur's Gate 3 is kind of silly for the amount of buffs that it gives, buffs and bonuses that it gives to unarmed, which a lot of those translate pretty directly into throwing attack damage. So what was interesting about this run was that I wanted to know like how much on a meter on something that's looking at the combat log and collecting the actual numbers, how much does this actually do? And maybe more interesting in terms of how much does it do compared to other builds. Um, there's a build that I made up myself, that I called the Brogue, and now I've done a alternate version of it that I've called the College of the Arcane. Both of them are based off of dual wielding hand crossbows, and taking advantage of the College of Swords Bard, in addition to some other class. Like College of Arcane, I'm using the Arcane Archer Fighter class. The Brogue, I'm using a Bard and a Rogue, so Brogue. Both play pretty much exactly the same. College of the Arcane build gives more special arrows to work with, which is nice, but the game gives you enough special arrows in your inventory that I don't know that it's, like particularly game changing. The Brogue just gives you more straight up damage, I think. Either way, since I've installed the damage meter, I've looked at like, well, what is the actual damage output of? I'm pretty proud of the class that I came up with, but I never thought that it would like top the damage charts or anything. But it's pretty wild. It consistently puts out the highest damage in any of the groups that I've run it in. And it puts out much higher damage than other builds that I thought were a lot stronger. The Brogue is putting out 120 to 150 DPR on average, and the Arcane Archer can get all the way up to 200, but more often than not seems to hang somewhere between 100 and 110, depending on, if you're looking at by level or by day or by current fight, or just overall. Let's see here. So both of them are extremely high. Like, I tried out the new Hexblade, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is like the most damage in the game. And I think that the Hexblade build is very, very high damage, Um, one of the ways that the Hexblade build kind of suffers, as it were, is that if you put it in a party with another build that is high damage, then the fights just aren't going to last long enough for the Hexblade to really shine. The Hexblade kind of it's kind of like it builds damage entropy as the fight goes on, because you're raising the accursed specters basically, and the accursed specters are adding damage to your attacks, and not an insignificant amount. They're adding like 12 to 20 damage to your attack. I mean, they can miss and everything. I don't know if it was unintended or if they fixed it. I didn't really pay close enough attention, but at least in the beta test phase, while I was playing the Hex Blade, you know, you could raise 2 or 3 specters over the course of a fight, and then every time you hit something, all 3 of the specters would hit it. Like, they would all attack it. So they'd add this ludicrous amount of damage to every one of your attacks. So the Hexblade itself is doing like 90 DPR, and then you add 60 damage on top of that, and then all of a sudden you're doing just as much as the Brogue. Or, you know, at the time I didn't know that the Brogue even did that much. So to me, when I was initially looking at it, having played it in the playtest, like, my thought was, this is stupidly over. Like, this is so overpowered. The damage that the Hexblade does is crazy. So that was one of the things that interested me. That was the Akezia run. Was I wanted to measure, like, what does this actually do compared to other established... Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna end up causing a fight here. Oh no, I got it. I don't actually even want the spider egg. Just going after the money. So, just drop that. Anyway, I did the Akezia run because, first of all, I played a Blade Singer like at a D&D table, and I super loved it. Like, it was a great time. And they implemented Blade Singer into Baldur's Gate 3, so I was just kind of curious, like, how does the Blade Singer play out in the video game environment as compared to the table, you know, the tabletop environment? That was a question, so that made the run interesting to me. Oops, I don't want to sell that. Just to get that information. And then the other thing I was curious about is, well, how does the Brogue stand up against the you know, crazy DPR of the Hexblade that I remember from the beta test? Well, as it turns out, the Blade Singer holds up really well. I think of Blade Singer's place in D&D is as a tank, not as a damage dealer, so I built it as a tank. And the Blade Singer held up really well, damage-wise. Like, it was not the same damage as the Brogue. Like, it was very clearly outclassed by the Brogue. But at the same time, it held up pretty well. Okay. This is one of these weird glitch things. Like, so Karlach was still climbing on the cragged rock when I jumped down. And so, because of the changes to the way the game does pathing, you know, it doesn't realize that she's separated from the party still. It's just one of those weird things I've kind of noticed. What are we at? We're at level 3 right now. We are a long way off from level 4. But we always do the owl bear fight at level 3. This will be no exception. The owl bear fight is brutal. It might be the end of this run. Um, anyway, man, I don't even remember what I was saying. So comparing the Eldritch Spartan to the Path of Giants Barbarian, I was curious about that. So that's what this run is all about. And based on my experiences with the Eldritch Spartan in the past, like I a couple two of the runs that I did with the Eldritch Spartan, it was just a solo run on Tactician. It was just the game is so easy with this build that I didn't really see the need to have the support of any party members. So I just ran it solo. And so that was part of the thinking behind, okay, well, if I'm going to do, this comparison run, I don't really need a 4-person party, right? Like I could probably just do it with just the 2 classes that I want to compare. Should be easy. So that's kind of the thought behind why should this be a 2-person party. Now that being said, I do still think that the early game in Baldur's Gate 3 is the hardest part. I can imagine that some people may disagree with me on that. I think that the developers of this game did a really fantastic job of scaling up the difficulty of the fights as the game goes on. I don't think that they did a bad job. I just think low level D&D is always the most difficult D&D. It just is because you just don't have options. And Dungeons and Dragons is a game system that thrives off of options. The more options you have, the more powerful you inherently are. And as you gain levels, you gain options. You gain a lot of options. Every level, you gain more and more options. You get tons of options in the game. So the game is just naturally harder at level 1 than it is at level, 6 or 12. Always has been, always will be. It's just the nature of the game. That's how I see it. And I think that plays out very predictably in Baldur's Gate 3. All the setups for these level 1 fights are way harder than anything that you'll encounter later on in the game. That's just the way I see it. Like, you've got the Harpy fight. That was extremely difficult. It went terrible on this run. Like, I can't get the ring of protection anymore because I thought, oh, I don't need Shadowheart. I'm not gonna run with a cleric in my party. So I didn't have Sanctuary, so I had no way of saving. I'm trying to remember his name. Doesn't matter. I had no way of saving the Tiefling child. Couldn't do it. The Harpies just bopped him. He's got so little health that if they touch him at all, he's dead. And because he died, I didn't save him. I didn't talk to him. I didn't get the password. I can't go and talk to Mole. I missed that whole part of the game. And there's a very real chance, like it's happened to me before, that you go and fight the Harpies and they just straight up kill you. They have the ability to lure your characters, and while your characters are lured, they're effectively out of the fight. So instead of having 4 characters, you have 3 or 2 or 1 or none, and they can attack you while you're lured. It's not like they take you out of the fight and you're just invulnerable, and they do other things. They take you out of the fight, and then they just beat the snot out of you while you're out of the fight, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. Find the beast and avenge. Now, having those two to help you with the owl bears is actually really good. Like, makes it a lot easier. But the owl bear fight, that's another one where, particularly on honor mode, you know, there's two of them. Unless you can kill that owl bear within a round, which I don't see how that would be possible, but maybe just because it sucks to suck and I'm bad. But that owl bear is always going to call its mate. So you got two owl bears to deal with. The owl bear fight is a tough fight with one of them. Two of them makes it even harder. It's really hard to save the little owl bear. And the owl bears do a ton of damage. At level 3, the owl bear damage is huge. So that's another fight where you just straight up lose. Right off the bat, it's you and Shadowheart, and you face some intellect devourers in the ruins of the ship. You can't avoid that fight. Like, that fight is gonna happen. There's nothing you can do about it. And there's a strong chance, particularly if you don't know that you can, like, blow up the container to deal damage to them. If you don't know that, there's a strong chance you're fighting 3, and they upgraded the intellect devourers to have a ranged attack. It used to be you could fight 3, but you could reliably take them down because they had no range attack, so you could kind of give them the runaround, deal a lot of damage to them while they were trying to get to you. Not anymore. They don't even need to get to you anymore. They could just start hitting you from round 1. So at round 1, with 3 of them attacking you, there's a high chance they kill you. You only got like 10 health or something. So all of these fights are very 50-50 in my estimation. And again, you know, maybe it boils down to it just sucks to suck, and I suck. And if I were, you know, a better gamer, I could more reliably beat these fights. And the reason why they're hard is because I'm just not doing the right things, right? Like, sure, absolutely fair criticism. That could be the problem. 100%. All right. Let me see. Lae'zel is a melee. I don't. So part of the problem that I have with this fight is you got this. So you're always going to get knocked down by this stupid bear. But you know what? I don't know. I don't even think it's a problem. Like, we're all melee, so we all want to be close up, and we get knocked down. It only takes half of our movement to stand back up, and it's not like I'm going anywhere. I'm just fighting the bear. Excuse me. So, on second thought, I think it's fine. What is Astarion, though? Is he a rogue still? Yeah. He's just a standard rogue. So, I'm going to take Astarion and run him around. See if I can get some kind of sneak attack with him. Now, once you're past the owl bear fight, let me see. Are there any other fights that are like question? Yeah, the Knoll fight, the big Knoll fight. Like, that's a, you know, it's another 50-50. Like, you could just as easily be done, you know, with your whole playthrough as succeed. Like, that is a very difficult fight. Whoa. Okay. That's about as close as I can get. Alright, Edwin. It's your time to shine. -1, -1, -1. This is a 5. I remember that, so hopefully we make it. We got no more rerolls. So, all right, do it. Oh, he's not Edwin. His name is something else. I can't throw anything. he's gonna die almost immediately. Actually, Shadowheart would be huge here, right? Because she has, oh, see, she already called her consort. So, just like that, just boom, right off the bat. All right. What's visible here? Oh, man. How is Astarion going to even get in this fight? Good Lord. How indeed. Okay, well, first of all, let's move Lae'zel in, because she's definitely going to move in. I don't think Astarion should be over here. Oh, he's already in the fight. He's already in the fight. All right, well, it is what it is now. Right? Like, there's nothing I can do about it. Hopefully he doesn't get seen if he's up here. All right, so we lose some damage on him for that. I don't like it, but what are you gonna do? The way to beat this fight. How do you beat this fight? The only way is to kill him quick. That's pretty much it. It's not going great so far, but that's okay. She gets a small bonus to her damage. That's fine. And then missed. Cool. So the question is, how many swiftness potions do you want to burn? Because this is going to last long enough that they're going to go lethargic. But the answer to that question is, I think the 2 warriors for sure. Particularly because Astarion's not in the fight. So we're down quite a bit of damage. He's going to knock us all over. And oh, good. He went for Karlach. So here's what's nice. Karlach can take a hit. Because she is raging. Yeah. Alright, now I should be able to do sneak attacks because I should have advantage. Nope. For some reason I have disadvantage. Doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. What are you going to do? So he got a hit in. That's fine. And then the thing is, if we could get her down this round, that would be huge. Don't know if it's going to happen, but that's what we're aiming at. Okay, there's a big miss right there. Try to get your health back up. Yeah, I probably don't need to keep using up my superiority dice. But man, if this hit could take her out, oh good. So he's enraged, sure. But now it's just a regular owlbear fight, which is still kind of 50-50, but at least we have a chance. And, you know, this idiot, like, why has he got to focus on the stupid cub? It doesn't make any sense. But she gets to use a halt. Oh, that's so helpful. Okay. I'm not going to say it's won, but things are looking good. Yeah, at this point, things are looking good. You know, now it's like I want this thing to die before this thing dies, because this idiot, Andric, like, he's fighting the cub. He doesn't need to be fighting the cub. Nobody needs to be fighting the cub. But he is. So there's that. I could do offhand attacks, and that might be meaningful. I might really need to do that, but I'm going to avoid it this round. All right, so I think this is the last one for him and for Lae'zel. I think they're both going to go dazed now. Maybe we get one more round. I mean, if we got one more round, that would be incredible. I don't think we get one more round. Oh, good, he missed. Yeah, he's laser focused on this stupid cub. She's out of halts. This would be where having Shadowheart would be huge. Because if I had remembered to have her in the party. Okay. I'm definitely going to need to move him in. I need the extra damage. Unfortunately, I think he's just going to get killed by the owlbear for being here. He can't run away. Alright, well, best of luck, Astarion. I think you might be hosed. I'm going to use my grader as well. Got 2 solid hits there. Yeah, so they both went lethargic. So I didn't get 4 extra attacks with the potion. I got 2. Is kind of how that's how it works out. Oh, okay, yeah. See, he goes for Astarion because Astarion has no armor, basically. So here's how we do it. We then disengage and move away. And in fact, I think I probably shouldn't even have. I should have saved for a potion. I used one of my bonus actions to hit him or try to hit him for 1 damage, which is just silly. Like, I shouldn't have done that. I should have used the bonus action to drink a potion and then the other bonus action to disengage. Hopefully it won't be a big deal. And that saved Karlach 1 round of pain, so that's good. But he's still got 50 health. I mean, I'm not doing like 10 to 15 damage around. It's pretty bad. That helped, actually. Well, Astarion's gone, but it helped that he ran away from us. Somebody's going to have to throw a potion on him, basically. It'll have to be Lae'zel. Which, you know, like I said, we're doing 10 damage around. It's not a lot. And he's got 50 health left. So he's got like 5 rounds left in him by the current status quo. But since he has such low armor, maybe we can use him as a distraction. We'll see. We'll see. He definitely can drink, and let's just go ahead and move him back up. Instead of trying to use him as a distraction, I don't want to burn through all my health potions. Maybe I can add some extra. Looks like Andric's going to go down this round. The owlbear cub is almost dead. We definitely didn't finish him off fast enough. Okay, well, we 25. We got through 25 because he ran away from us. But yeah, the owlbear cub is toast. Ooh, he's running away from us again. Okay, down to 10 health. Still think the owlbear cub's dead. See if we can finish him off before Andric attacks the owlbear cub. That would be super awesome. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Like, this went, in some ways, way better than I thought. All right. Okay. Now, like, why is the fight not over? Can I push you away? Yeah, get away from him. Leave him alone, man. Ooh, I wonder if I can heal him. Let's try that. Okay, well, so we succeeded either way. Yeah. There you go. Maybe you could take another hit. I don't really want to fight them. Well, I don't know. Screw it. Target can't be an ally. Okay. Well, let's see what you think of that. Well, you went in for it anyway. Oh, he just barely survives. Okay, well, he's down. Alright, well, fine. I'm not gonna fight him. There we go. I don't want to hit you. I'm just gonna go up here. I don't want to get hit by you either. It's such a waste of a health potion. Like, the cub should just give up. So she's gonna lose rage, but it should be fine. It's over. Like, we did it. We survived the owl bears. It's great. Yeah, he's still going for me. Yeah. Maybe if we all hide. I don't know what it's gonna take. I'm used to Tactician, where as soon as you kill the mother, he's done. He leaves you alone. Feels like an unnecessary 4 damage. But whatever. Okay. Yeah. We're all gone. See? We're all gone. Have a good day. Your mom and dad are dead. Sorry about that. But we're not your enemy. Okay. Let's see what the game's gonna do with this. Nothing. We'll give it a couple rounds. We'll see what happens. Like, maybe there's just no way. Yeah, it seems like he's pretty devoted to trying to kill us. Alright, well, I don't want to waste more health potions, but I have a theory. I have a single theory that if I heal him, he will stop being mad at us. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like that worked. Okay. Well, I guess we just have to kill him. I guess in honor mode, you can't keep him as an ally. I don't know. What a bummer. Alright, sorry, little owl bear. Don't want to be stuck in combat forever. Alright, what is Lazelle's thing? She wants to yell about Raphael. Yeah. You're going to ride a red dragon. Everything's going to be great. Okay, well, bummer. I guess in honor mode, you just don't get the owl bear cub as an ally. Oh, the spider fight. Yeah, the spider fight. That's another one that's like, it could go really, really badly for you. If the spider queen decides to stand on the webs, then you can do like 150 damage to her. But if she just teleports to you and starts messing you up, then you're just gonna die. Like, there's not really anything you can do about it. So, it's another one of those fights. It's like, well, could be good. Probably not. Let me see here. So now, once again, we have this stupid owlbear egg. And what ends up happening with the stupid owlbear egg is you end up eating it. Yeah, you end up eating it for lunch or dinner. It automatically selects it over anything else. So if you want to use the auto select, you're going to get screwed. And I don't know when they made that change, but it's a super annoying change. On the bright side, I can open the Saloon Knight chest because I don't have Shadowheart with me. If you have her with you, then she will throw a fit about it, say mean things, and she won't let you open it. You'll just get kicked out of the dialogue. Now, okay, good. Thank you, Karlak. Yeah. I just wanted to pick it up, actually. Prayer sheet with the same symbol as what's on the chest. Oh, I wonder what that means. Could it possibly mean then I just need to say the prayer in front of the chest? Ta-da! Alright. You can get the Moondrop Pendant. That's fine. Not really going to have you hang around for very long. That'll work for now. Okay. So, bright side. We beat the Owlbears. Not bright side. We didn't get to see Mole. That happened last time. And we don't get the Owlbear as an ally. I think you can in the honor mode. You can get the Owlbear as an ally, but you can't have Anders and his sister help you out. If you have them help, they're going to automatically attack the cub like he was, like that was the only thing in the universe that he cared about. Even though there was a giant owl bear beating the crap out of me right in front of him. He's like, let me go get this tiny little helpless cub. And I think once somebody hits the cub on honor mode, then the cub just hates you. And that's just how it is. Or maybe if I had like animal friendship or something, like I don't even pay attention to those spells. So maybe that's something you could do, is you could use a spell to like calm his anger and make him an ally. Something. I bet there's ways. I didn't use any of the ways, but I bet there's ways. I failed to use the ways.
Keep moving, stranger. I told you to go.
Alright. Let's hope for some good perception rolls. Hey!
Etched into the leather.
You should go. Of course he will. And then we'll return home. No.
Travel with me. Follow my scent. Okay. And now I'm gonna loot your dead friend. And you don't even care, so that's fine. Alright, we're just about out of time here. Gotta get back into... back into auto editing. Any more weeds for me to pick? No. Okay. Big difference between this and Beckley and really any of the runs that I've been on. Like, look at it. No buffs whatsoever. Yeah, speak with animals from a potion. That's it. Nothing else. And that's kind of one of the things about the thrown weapon build. Like so technically I could do it. I could do it right now. I have to sacrifice Booming Blade to do it. But you see, I bind my sword, right? And then I chuck my sword at the scrawny bugbear. Wham! And I have my sword back. That's how that works. So... I'm not going to rage, so she's not going to get the bonus. Almost never use the Searing Smite, though, so let's do that. Yeah, you see how much harder she hit up close? This is a lot harder. It was a heck of a lot harder. Okay, anyway. Uh, Sometimes you can just kill them on the first hit. But a thrown sword, as it turns out, not a super powerful weapon. Not really meant to be thrown, right? This is meant to be thrown? Okay, so here we go. Let's put this on. Let's bind it. All right, the sword did what? 6 damage. Let's get everybody hidden again. We'll separate you out. We're basically out of time. I don't want to go over too much. These people need to get up here. Because, you know, people are going to start coming home from school and work. And I'm going to lose my opportunity to edit this audio. So I need to remain focused. Astarion can maintain his distance. Okay, so now we're going to throw a weapon that's meant to be thrown. 17 damage. Dang. Okay. Okay. So definitely you want to throw weapons that are meant to be thrown. Okay. Well, that's good. Good to know. Okay. What's going on here? Reckless attack for nothing. Yeah, this is really glitched out. Okay. We're so busy rolling. Kind of. He's actually not feeling too great. I'm gonna get up close to this guy because I don't want him to shoot me. And because, wow, I did 7 damage to him with my dagger. That's not too bad. Actually, having done so much damage to him, he's got 4 health. I think if I shoved him off the roof, I think he'd be toast. Oh, I failed. Oh. Fire arrow. Fire arrow is no joke. Well, I guess I got 2 minutes left. But yeah, I think Astarion's just dead. Like, he's not even going to make it to his turn because he's going to burn to death. Which is fine. I'll throw a potion on him. It just is obnoxious, right? Oh, wait. Hold up. Oh, this is... Okay. Okay. Hang on. Something just occurred to me. I'm just wondering, can I hit them both? I sure can. There we go. Now he won't die. I don't think this is going to kill him, though. Yeah, only 2 damage there. Can I go down the ladder? No. But I can get to it. Alright. Cool story, cool story. Let's try to end this quick. Yeah, you're not looking so hot. See if you can kill this guy now. Oh, no. One thing that they did with the sneak attack shot is they made it so that it goes straight. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. A normal arrow shot, see, it's got a curve to it. The sneak attack shot just goes straight, which makes it fundamentally worse. There's a lot less situations where you can actually use it. Another fire arrow, of course. she's not raging though. Still has an action. I think I could try to shoot someone. And miss them. But you know, I tried. He missed with his poison bolt. Alright, well, this is good. I like being able to throw things, even though I don't have any of the bonuses yet. I don't have Tavern Brawler or Gloves of Uninhibited Kushigo. I do have the Ring of Flinging, though. Yeah, and it came back to me. It did. I thought for a minute it didn't, but it did. Can I shoot anyone while still staying back? Yeah, kinda. There you go. A little 5 damage. A little boop. See if I can go there without losing health. Yeah, no, we just keep going. Oh, no, went up. Oh, we didn't lose health. Good. Okay. And for Lae'zel, I think I will also just shoot an arrow. Oh, of course. 4 damage instead of 5. Like, why not, right? He's got 1 health left. Now I get this stupid warg. So in this case, even though, like, it's a little worse for me overall, I think I'm just going to kill him. Because I need to be done. And I don't want to drag this fight out any further. Probably do like a long rest here. I'll probably be fine. But I'm not going to do it this time. Because this time, I am done. Alright, well, that's that. We made it through the owlbear fight. That's pretty huge. That's a huge step forward in any honor mode run. And we'll see how far we get next time.